Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In Monster Strike, let's look at the best non-limited Hatcher monsters for Dark. And then this will be the final video, going through all of the elements in preparation for the 6th anniversary. And sorry, this video might be a little anticlimactic, because I felt like Dark was maybe the weakest element in addition to Water right now. But still some good non-limited monsters, so if you see them pop up in your monster selections, they might be worth picking up. So let's get started. I have 10, and then number 10 is going to be Seibel. And then he's not too different from his old Ascension form. He's a power bounce with a null gravity barrier and then the light slayer. And then he has the same wall bound strike shot as before, which is super strong. I picked him to be on this list because just kind of the dark monsters overall are not as strong. And then I didn't pick Chio because I feel like Saigo is better because he has the Involute Sphere. Even though he is a power type and the Involute Sphere is not as powerful as like Mana or somebody, it's still pretty powerful, so that's why I can pick him. Okay, number 9 is a character that I am more excited about, and that is World. And yeah, I have special memories of this guy because he was the character that I started the global version on after doing the Reset Marathon. He got a buff recently, and he was good before, but he's a little bit better now. He's a Pierce with the Flight and Super Null Gravity Barrier. That's nice because no gauge, so it makes him very easy to use. And he's good for like farming easy quests, maybe even like normal quests. But with the Super Null Gravity Barrier, he'll get the speed up. And then his speed is a little slow at 350 for a Pierce type. But HP is very good. And then a bump combo, he has the super homing 18. That's a lot of damage per hit. And then he's got the kind of the mid-range spread, so that's okay too. And then the speed and power up plus delay strike shot. His strike shot takes quite a few turns to get charged up, so you're probably not going to be able to ever use it in easier quests. And then in more difficult quests, maybe use it once, but still really like this guy. Okay, number 8 is a character that I've talked about a bunch, just because I have pulled him a bunch and I talk about him every time. But that is Onyx, the Ascension version in particular. But he's like a dark version of Hikari, the Transcendent form, except he has no block as well. So he's super versatile, stats are pretty solid overall as well. And then the strike shot, it's the one where he becomes a Pierce, gets a nice speed and power up multiplier there, but then also a meteor on every character that he hits. So it can be good concentrated damage or good like damage on everybody, like a meteor. So very cool character. When he gets his Transcendent form, he'll be super powerful, I'm guessing. Okay, next up is a more recent character. I haven't used this guy enough, I really should, but that is Phantom. And use him for one reason basically, and that is for his bump combo. But he has the twin vertical EL and then the twin horizon EL. So that's crazy damage both directions. And then covers quite a bit of the area of the field as well. So yeah, fairly easy to position, and then good damage from there. He's got the double null, no wind, no warp. So yeah, he'll kind of maintain his positioning, and then maybe bringing him to gravity barrier quests would be good, because you could just move him, he'll get slowed down, and he'll be right in the position that you want. He also has a 4-turn strike shot, so that can make him good for Magic Circle quests as well. But he erases laser barriers, which will help his bump combo even more. So yeah, this guy's pretty good. I really need to use him more. Okay, next up is a character which might be better than her limited counterpart, and that is... where is she? There she is. Harley. And yeah, the non-limited version, very high stats. She is a power type with the Minesweeper and the null damage wall. This is a very versatile double null ability. So yeah, if you're familiar with like Raphael and all the places that she can go to, Harley can go to those too, including Shooting Gado, which is pretty crazy. You want to give her the Spirit Crest, of course. Give her the Fire Slayer, but she can go in there. That's very crazy. She also has the weak point Slayer M, and then there's passive in her, and then that will go into her bump combo, which is the weak point lock-on shot. So yeah, lower damage from being a power type, but double damage from getting the weak point Slayer, so nice synergy there. And then a blast bomb combo. I keep forgetting that she has that, but she can be good support for you as well. And then strike shot is very powerful. This is super damage in a weak point, so yeah. She's super specialized. You want to use her in quests with weak points. But yeah, where she is powerful, she's one of the best. And then like in Devadatta and stuff, there's a chance to one-punch the boss, and then she's like the only one that can do it. If you start out in between the wall and then the weak point of the lotus in there. So yeah, she can be pretty fun to use as well. Okay, next, this might be a surprising pick, but that is Daikyo Shokyo. I like this character because of their versatility. They are pierced with a triple null, Minesweeper, null damage wall, null block. And then, yeah, just because of that super versatility, and then also with the null block in there, they're just really great. If you have no one else, you can put them on your team and they'll be pretty good. But they're also a specialist for the normal quest. You want to put them in that water normal quest. Daikyo Shokyo has the Beast Slayer M. That will go into the bump combo, and then all of the enemies in that level are beasts, so even if you put one of them in there, that will make a big difference. So if you want to farm for your rank, you want to get Daikyo Shokyo. Okay, next is a character I wish I had, and that is Geraruhon. And she's really good for Daudara. Still haven't beaten Daudara yet, the more difficult version. But she has a bounce with no gravity barrier, no warp, and then dash. So she's pretty perfect for there. And then a strike shot is similar to Goemon, where she gets the speed and power up, and then any enemy that she hits will get the speed up icon. And then for the next few turns, if you have any of your teammates hit those enemies with the speed up icon, they'll get the speed up. So also perfect for Naotra. But just for kind of all-around use, she's also really good. Like Arthur also has the no gravity barrier, no warp. So does like Daki and stuff. So yeah, pretty versatile. And then really, you could get any of the new event Hatcher monsters. So here's Lestrade, this guy, Finn. Yeah, you can get any of them. They're all pretty darn good. There's no duds. Okay, next up is another character I wish I had, and that is Ieyasu. This guy's pretty crazy. He might be one of the best dark monsters in the game, limited or unlimited. But he is a Pierce with a Minesweeper EL and the Super No Gravity Barrier. He might be the first one to have that kind of double combination of like a very high level Minesweeper and the Super No Gravity Barrier, so this guy's crazy. So yeah, he'll get great damage picking up mines, and then he'll get lots of hits as well with the Super No Gravity Barrier. And then stats are very high overall. Bump combo is also really, really good. If I pulled this guy, I would be tempted to make him a metal farmer, just because that bump combo would just waste the little guys. And then strike shot is very strong as well. It's a kind of a rebound laser, and then the more guys it hits, the more it will rebound. One problem about that though is that he does not move when he's casting it. This can be good if you want to avoid damage walls, but if you need to like set up bump combos or grab hearts, or maybe nudge guys in or out of position, this strike shot is not going to be good for that. But still, one of the best dark characters in the game. Okay, next up is going to be a personal favorite, and that is Satan. And he's still kind of a go-anywhere character. He has no null abilities, but he has the 8-turn null everything. So yeah, damage walls, gravity barriers, warps, mines, he will ignore those. And then he's got the quadruple Slayer. Deity Slayer, Fiend Slayer, Demon Slayer, and Fairy Slayer. And that's the M version of all of those. So double damage on top of his super duper high attack, on top of the gauge. So yeah, lots of damage coming from this guy. The one thing about him is that you have to kind of remember to use him, because if you sort by gimmicks, that are good for a quest, he will never appear. So yeah, you have to keep him in mind, and yeah, he'll be very powerful for you. Okay, and then the best non-limited dark Hatcher monster is going to be Futsunushi. Maybe you saw this coming. I think everybody's aware of how good she is. But yeah, I pulled her very recently, and I was super happy to get that. On the surface, she looks very similar to Ducky. She's pierced with a no gravity barrier and a super no warp. But no gauge, so that makes her easier to use. And then I would say maybe Futsunushi is better for kind of everyday use to farm easy quests. One big strike against Ducky is that her bump combo, although it's pretty strong, the Rampage laser, it is a laser, so it'll be blocked by the laser barriers. Nothing is going to block Futsunushi's blast type bump combos, which is the super breath and then the super slice and dice. So these are pretty strong. They're both kind of like medium to short range, but if you can get the positioning right, she's very good. And then she's also good for high-level quests, most famously the level 24 of the Kinky. So yeah, if you pull her, you can certainly use her in there. But yeah, those are all my looks at the top dark monsters. One character I did not mention was Rosa. People love her, but I've never used her really, and she doesn't convince me that she's that great. But she's a flight, no warp, so nice double null. And then an 8-turn strike shot where she reveals weak points. She also has the recovery, so that could be interesting. She has an interesting combination of abilities, but yeah, I don't know. I guess if you have no one else to choose from, you can go for Rosa and she'll be fine, I think. But yeah, those are my looks at the top non-limited Hatcher monsters, and now I guess we've looked at every element. So now we just gotta wait for Saturday when they do the next monster news at the 6th anniversary, and then we'll see what kind of Hatchers are coming our way. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.